many credit cards should you have for a good credit score? Hi everybody, Dave Sullivan here for The Credit Guy TV. You know, I've taught for a long time about credit and credit scores, and I've always said that a store credit card is not as good as a bank credit card, and I've validated that. So that's definitely a fact, is that any store credit card that you get, you will not get the same number of positive points that you would have gotten had you gotten that same credit card from a bank. So a bank or a credit union, as always, is the best place to go to get a credit card. Now, why is that? Well, FICO looks at the scoring model and says, well, if you had to go to a store credit card, those people are usually a little more accepting of people with negative credit behavior than somebody who goes to a bank. So they just kind of lump everybody together and say, oh, well, if they went to a store and they got a store credit card, maybe they're not as reliable as a consumer as somebody who went to a bank and got a lower interest rate and all that stuff. So I know for a fact store credit cards are not as good as bank credit cards. But what would be the very best credit card to get? I have a theory that's currently unproven. But I believe that an American Express credit card is probably the best credit card you can get from a credit score perspective. Now, I know there are fees, and I'm not talking about the lowest interest rate or fees or anything like that or points. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about from a scoring perspective. An American Express credit card I've seen give someone as much points as a bank at least or more. So if I was going to add a credit card to my account and I wanted to improve my credit score, I would tell you to get an American Express credit card. Now, this is not a paid endorsement. I have not received any money from American Express. I do have an American Express card. This is strictly my opinion. Unverified facts as far as American Express. But if I was going to add a credit card, I would add an American Express and then a bank credit card and then maybe a credit union only if they report to all three bureaus. So when you get to a smaller bank or credit union, many times they don't report to all three bureaus. So that's why I'm weary of those institutions, smaller banks, smaller credit unions. Many times they don't report to all three, so I would avoid them. American Express, big bank, smaller if they report to all three, and I would not get a store credit card. If you want to get a perfect credit score, you can't have a store credit card. All right, so that's Dave Sullivan here for The Credit Guy TV. Remember, 6 steps to a better credit score, still free on the website, getloanready.com. So you, with a little bit of me, we're going to change the credit industry. Thank you.